Hi Taurus, this is Psychic Cheryl Lynn. I'm going to be giving you your September 2023 reading. I've chosen the 4 cards, Taurus. I'll show you the 4 cards and then give the interpretation. And as you know, I'm a Taurus too. And this is a big month for us for staying in the here and the now, living in the now, focusing on ourselves, focusing on our life path. Taurus, really fine stream your thinking this month, Taurus, all of us, to continue on in the here and the now with God in heaven, and continue on your journey with God in heaven, and do not allow outside forces at all interfere with your journey, because you are advancing, Taurus. You're all advancing, which is a great thing. Okay, so we got, the first thing we got is focus. Stay focused. Then surrender and release. There we go. We'll talk about that. Self-acceptance, loving yourself as you, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. Self-acceptance. Forgiveness. At the end of the month, forgiveness. Okay? And I'll talk about that. All right, so Taurus, the first thing we got is focus. Staying in the here and the now. Allowing God in heaven, trusting in God in heaven to take care of everything else and living in the now. All right, we are to focus. We are not to have our energies at all, Taurus, diverted to other things. Have no fears. Have no worries. God in heaven has got it. Get focused, Taurus, because once Taurus focuses, the bull focuses, we can get a lot done. Okay, and a lot done means our life, our world. Okay, focus on yourself. Don't focus on what's going on in the world. Let it go. Let the physical world go, Taurus. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, at the bottom of the YouTube there, I've got, about God's new earth, and I have Ascendant Now. When I talk about the ascension, this is the time, Taurus, to do it. Because you are to streamline your life and to focus, concentrate this month, September 2023, on your life, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. Okay, focus. And focus means do not be diverted by others. Stay focused. All right, and then we have surrender and release. You give it all to God in heaven. Surrender it all. The past, this, that. I mean, we'll get into forgiveness in a minute. Give it all to God in heaven. You lay it at God in heaven's feet. You speak your truth, Taurus, to God in heaven. God in heaven, I release this past. Talk to God in heaven about it and give it to God in heaven. You're to focus and stay in the now. Stay in the now. Surrender and release all the fear. Surrender and release all your pain. Surrender and release all your guilt. Surrender and release what your past was like. Surrender and release what your family was like. Surrender and release what kind of mother you were. Surrender and release what kind of father you were. Surrender and release what kind of boyfriend you were. Surrender the guilt. Surrender it all to God in heaven. Get rid of it. Hold on to nothing, Taurus. Hold on to nothing. Stay focused this month. Okay? Give it all to God in heaven. This is the surrender and the release card. Give it to God in heaven. We're not to be carrying anything this month. Then we have self-acceptance. Love yourself, Taurus, as God in heaven loves you. Emotionally, physically, and spiritually. Do not listen to what the physical world says beauty is, or judgments, or perfectionism. There's no such thing as perfectionism. Get rid of it. Let it go. Give it to God in heaven. And see yourself as God in heaven sees you, which is beautiful. You are beautiful in the eyes of God in heaven, emotionally, physically, and spiritually, as you are. And you are not to please anybody but yourself. Okay? Do not listen to them. If there's anybody, Taurus, in your life that is making you feel less, time for those people to go. I don't care who they are. Give them to God in heaven, and you stay in the here and the now, and you move forward with God in heaven. Here on God in heaven's new earth. Okay? Self-acceptance. Loving yourself. And just like I said, there's no perfectionism. There's no judgments. You're the one putting them up. And it's time to let them go. And love yourself as God in heaven loves you, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. And then, of course, we have like the surrender and the release card. If you have issues, then you surrender and release it to God in heaven. And you give it to the God in heaven, and you move on. You focus and you move on with your journey with God in heaven. And then the last card we get this month is forgiveness, Taurus. First of all, forgive yourself. If there's things you're holding on to from the past, forgive yourself. You give it all to God in heaven. We're to stay in the here and the now and focus. Really focus and fine-tune our energies. You know, I feel for a lot of Tauruses, we're advancing ourselves, which is a good thing. But when you advance yourself, you really have to fine-tune everything. You can't hold on to this other stuff. So forgiveness means, you know, laying it at God in heaven's feet. God in heaven, I forgive my mother for what she did to me. God in heaven, I give it to you through Jesus Christ, the blood of the Lamb, the Holy Spirit. It's already here and it's already now. And God in heaven will take that energies from you. If you're having whatever you're going to have, like you're really going to self-search. You know, what are you holding on to? Forgive. Or also, Taurus, are the people that you need to say, you know, I'm sorry. You know, I was wrong about that and I'm sorry. You know, one thing, Taurus, is when we get here on God in heaven's new earth, when we get into the new earth, that you don't lie to people anymore. You don't deceive people. You know, you tell the truth. You really tell the truth. So even in the past if there are some people that you really deceived or hurt, and God in heaven says, yeah, go ahead, you know, tell them you're sorry. You know, ask for forgiveness for certain people. They may not, and that's their personal free will. But, you know, it's important towards that you put that energy out there. Okay, so really, you know, spiritually check yourself about who you need to forgive, if you need to ask for forgiveness from others. Okay, and God in heaven already, you know, forgives you. All right? So Taurus, again, very intense month for us. We have focus, surrender and release, self-acceptance, and forgiveness. Well, there you go, Taurus. There's our September 2023 reading, and I'll see you next month. Bye, Taurus.